Imagine trading your dignity for a seat at the table. Princess did, and it destroyed her. The moment she whispered yes to Senator Ade's demand, her body began failing. This is how urban Nigeria's glittering traps turn dreams into nightmares. Princess wiped sweat from her forehead as she yanked cassava from the dry Imo soil. Fingers cracked from farm work. The village had one dusty road where children played with tires, but her eyes kept drifting to the cracked phone screen in her lap. Lagos glowed there. Infinity pools, gold watches, women lounging in convertibles. Her mother's warnings about city wolves dissolved. Each time she refreshed the Lie Babe's Instagram, that feed became her Bible. Designer handbags draped over slender wrists. Bottles of bubbly in private jets, skin glowing like someone who'd never carried firewood. Princess traced her own calloused palms and made calculations. 1 year of selling smoked. Fish bought half a weave, but those women weren't selling fish. Their secrets curled behind glossy captions. God's favorite with a wink. Her father found her packing the night she turned. 22. One metal box with 3 Ankara outfits and stolen sachets of her mother's cream. Lagos eats village girls alive, he said, gripping the hoe he'd hoped she'd inherit. She kissed his cheek, smelling the earth still on him. The bus left at dawn. Experts call it aspiration inflation. When social media warps reality until a thatched roof feels like a prison. Rural youths see racketeers posing as entrepreneurs, sugar babies branded as CEOs. Princess didn't just want wealth. She craved the comments calling those women slay queens. Belonging has a currency, and hers was naivety. The Danfo bus rattled into Oshodi 7 hours later. Diesel fumes mixed with the new perfume she dabbed on at the last stop. A man in sunglasses appraised her struggling with the box. "Lekki?" he asked. She nodded, not knowing that gatekeepers spot desperation like sharks sense blood. The price would come later. The VIP invite arrived via Instagram DM. Gold cursive on black cardstock. Princess pressed it to her chest in her shared Ojota flat. The paper crisp against her borrowed lace blouse. The senator's Banana Island mansion glowed like a spaceship when her Uber pulled up, all marble and imported palms. A butler took her phone at the door. Inside, men in agbadas clinked crystal glasses beneath chandeliers. Senator Aod beckoned her to a velvet booth, his cufflinks catching light as he poured Dom Perignon into her glass. "We reward loyalty here," he smiled. The champagne burned her throat. Then the mood shifted. Someone turned the music down. A Rottweiler padded in, its claws clicking on the tiles. Kohler the fixer leaned in. "There's a test." "Every babe does it." The dog's chain jingled as he explained. Sociologists call it transactional debasement, rituals, where elites extract psychological ownership. In Lagos's high circles, it's simply proof. Princess's hand shook as she set down her glass. The senator watched, amused. One of the women from Instagram was there too, reapplying lip gloss like this was normal. She whispered, "Yes." The revulsion hit before the act finished, her stomach heaving as laughter erupted around her. They handed her a wad of naira after, sticky with perfume. But her skin kept crawling in the Uber home. By midnight, welts rose on her thighs. By dawn, her temperature spiked. She fled to a chemist in slippers, scrubbing her hands raw with antiseptic. The doctor later said it was shock, that the body sometimes rebels against what the mind accepts. The Instagram posts continued. Another girl in her seat by that weekend, laughing for the camera. Princess vomited into a gutter, watching her reflection warp in the oily water. She boarded a bus east at daybreak. The naira notes still smelled like the dog's leather leash. Back in Imo, her mother would see the rashes first. The village would whisper about Lagos stains that never fade. Princess never returned to Lagos. The rashes faded, but she still startles at the sound of dog chains. Meanwhile, new girls pose in the senator's gold-trimmed pool every weekend, laughing, pouting, trading dignity for Dior. Psychologists say trauma lodges in muscle memory. Those who survive Lekki's parties often develop allergies to champagne bubbles, leather seats, even certain colognes. The body recognizes poison before the mind does. Tonight, as you watch this, another bus rolls into Oshodi. Another village girl checks her reflection, smoothing down a cheap wig. The gates still gleam. The tests haven't changed. Hit subscribe. Share this, because awareness is the only vaccine against glittering lies. That seat at the table? It's always a trap.